I was boiling with fury when I discovered that every husband had been invited to my unfaithful wife's company gathering, except me. That was all the confirmation I needed. There was no doubt left in my mind. She was cheating, and I was determined to get my revenge in a way she'd never forget, ensuring her humiliation in front of everyone. There's a silence that speaks louder than words, but I hadn't recognized it at first. Not when I kissed my wife goodbye that morning, nor when she casually mentioned, "We have a company function this weekend." I thought nothing of it until I stumbled upon a social media post. A group photo filled my screen. Smiling couples, wine glasses raised, name tags gleaming under soft lights. The caption read, "An incredible evening with our amazing team and their spouses. Hashtag work family, hashtag company retreat." Every spouse was present, except me. It wasn't just that I hadn't been invited. I hadn't even been informed. My stomach twisted as I zoomed in on the image. There she was, Rachel, draped in a form-fitting maroon dress I had never seen before, standing beside her boss, Daniel. Too close. Her hand rested lightly on his chest. Their body language exuding a familiarity that sent a cold realization through me. This wasn't just a corporate gathering. It was a front, and Rachel had no idea I had found out. That evening, I bided my time. I didn't confront her right away. Instead, I poured her a glass of wine, kept my face unreadable, and asked casually, "So, how was that work lunch thing?" She barely reacted. "Oh, just a small meeting. Nothing significant." A meeting? Then why had there been a full-scale event, with spouses, catered food, and live music? She was lying effortlessly. Practiced. Something inside me snapped, but I kept my mask intact. I smiled, nodded, and made my decision. If she thought deceiving me was easy, she had no idea who she was dealing with. Over the next few days, I played two roles. To her, I remained a trusting, oblivious husband who never pried. In reality, I became a man on a mission. I quietly checked phone records, backed up her WhatsApp conversations from our shared cloud, and reviewed receipts. There were hotel stays charged to a company card she swore she never used. And then, late one night, I overheard a whispered phone call from the bathroom. "I can't wait to see you again, babe. Last weekend was perfect." Babe. It wasn't me she was talking to. It was Daniel. That was the moment I decided I wouldn't just expose them. I would ruin them. And I would do it on her own stage. A major company function was on the horizon. The quarterly gala. Formal, grand, high profile. Just like before, Rachel never mentioned it to me. But this time I was ready. I secured a hidden camera, studied the venue layout, memorized the guest list. Every detail was locked into place. My plan was as ruthless as it was precise. I just needed her to tell one more lie to seal her fate. Right on cue, the night before the event, she kissed me on the cheek and said, "Work's keeping me late tomorrow. Probably another long night. Don't wait up." Oh, I wouldn't be waiting. I would be watching, front row. When the truth unraveled in front of everyone, she'd regret ever deceiving me. They say revenge is a dish best served cold. Mine was served chilled, played with precision, and prepared for an audience. Rachel had no clue I already knew everything. The infidelity, the deceit, the secrets. She still saw me as a clueless husband, patting her back for working so hard. What she didn't know was that I was already inside the ballroom, ready for the grand reveal. I wasn't on the official guest list, of course. Rachel had made sure of that. But I didn't need an invitation. I had an inside connection. Dylan, my old college roommate, worked in the company's HR department. Over the years, we had stayed in touch, and when I reached out for a favor, he agreed without hesitation. He didn't know the full story, only that I wanted to surprise Rachel. Laughing, he said, "Man, she's always so formal at these events. A surprise from you will totally shake things up." Oh, it would do much more than that. Dressed in a sleek black suit, I slipped into the venue unnoticed, blending effortlessly into the crowd. From the back of the room, I watched. Rachel stood near the stage, laughing a little too eagerly at something Daniel had said. Her hand briefly grazed his back, casual yet intimate, not professional, not discreet. She looked like a woman who had replaced her husband with her boss. Daniel carried himself like a man who believed he was untouchable. They were both wrong. Keeping my distance, I caught Dylan's eye and discreetly handed him a flash drive. Upload this during the award segment. I instructed. He didn't ask questions, just gave a quick nod. On that drive was a collection of undeniable proof. Screenshots of flirtatious texts between Rachel and Daniel. A screen recording of a video call, her in lingerie, him shirtless. A hotel bill with both their names. Security footage capturing them checking into a hotel just 3 weeks prior. And the piece de resistance, an audio clip from Rachel's secret phone call. Last weekend was perfect. The trap was set. The audience awaited. Rachel had no clue the show was about to begin. I can't stop thinking about you. He has no idea. I swear, he's too clueless to ever figure it out. Too clueless? Let's see who the real fool was. The ballroom lights dimmed. Applause filled the room as the CEO stepped onto the stage. This quarter's been truly remarkable, he announced, beaming at the audience. But one individual has gone above and beyond. Our very own Rachel. Cheers erupted as Rachel strode confidently toward the stage, her emerald green gown shimmering under the lights. She radiated pride, completely oblivious to the storm about to hit. And now, let's take a moment to celebrate her outstanding achievements, the CEO continued, motioning toward a massive screen behind her. For a split second, everything was normal. Then, instead of a polished highlight reel of her work, something else appeared, a message thread. At first, there was a ripple of laughter, then confusion, then whispers, gasps, and finally outright chaos. The hotel footage, the phone call, her own voice, uttering the words she could never take back. Rachel spun around, her face drained of color. Horror etched itself into her features as she shook her head. No, this isn't real. This is fake. But the damage was done. Phones were already out, recording every humiliating second. Her colleagues gawked in shock. The CEO's expression twisted with fury. And Daniel? He looked like he had just seen a ghost. Rachel stood frozen, trapped in the headlights of her own downfall. Then I stepped forward. I didn't speak. I didn't need to. I simply locked eyes with her, calm, steady, unwavering, letting her feel the full weight of her betrayal. Then, without a word, I turned and walked away, leaving behind nothing but chaos. By the time I reached my car, my phone was lighting up calls from Rachel, ignored. Messages from unknown numbers, ignored. Emails from Daniel, ignored. The company launched an internal investigation the next morning. Daniel resigned within 48 hours. Rachel? Suspended, then fired soon after. Her career was over. Her reputation destroyed. I wasn't finished. Not yet. That public humiliation? That was merely the beginning. The real destruction was still to come, silent, strategic, and absolute. She thought she still had something left. Our home, our finances, our marriage. She couldn't have been more wrong. The day after she lost her job, she appeared at our doorstep. Not with an apology, but with excuses. Her hair was disheveled, mascara streaking down her face. She looked like she hadn't slept in days. I need to explain, she stammered, her voice trembling. It wasn't what it looked like. I said nothing, just stepped aside and let her in. She walked into a house that was eerily spotless, exactly as I had left it, because I was already gone. 2 days earlier, I had quietly moved out, signed a lease on a fully furnished condo, removed my name from every utility bill, transferred our joint savings into a trust, one my lawyer had set up exclusively for me. I let her ramble for 30 minutes. Tears, lies, desperate justifications. When she finally stopped, I stood. I filed for divorce. Her eyes widened. What? You'll be served today. All accounts have been frozen. Your company benefits? Gone. My name is off the mortgage. The only thing left for you to hold on to is your own guilt. The power of silence is that no one sees your next move coming. And every move I made was backed by a lawyer who specialized in high-asset divorces. I filed on the grounds of adultery, presenting ironclad evidence for every claim, every receipt, every message, Every incriminating clip was submitted to the court. I demanded full rights to the marital home, the termination of any spousal support, and a clause ensuring I would never be financially responsible for Rachel again. By the time she received the court summons, she had nothing left. Her reputation? Destroyed. Her job? Gone. Her income? Completely cut off. As for Daniel, once the company severed ties with him, he vanished. No loyalty. No promises kept. He had been more than willing to indulge in an office affair, but when the reality of unemployment and scandal set in, he disappeared without a trace. Rachel had built her life on appearances, lavish brunches with executive wives, yoga retreats, charity galas where she played the perfect spouse. I made sure that facade crumbled, too. A single anonymous email was sent to every woman in her elite social circle. Attached were screenshots, text messages, call logs, proof of her betrayal, and with it, a simple message. This is the woman you invite to your brunches, the one who smiles across the table at your next event. Within minutes, her phone exploded, not with sympathy, but with cold detachment. No one wanted to hear her side. No one wanted to be associated with the scandal. The invitation stopped. The polite smiles faded. The silence around her became suffocating. Weeks passed. The divorce progressed like clockwork. She lost the house, the luxury car, the lifestyle she once clung to. Then she reached out, not by phone. I never answered those. Instead, an email. Subject, please. The message was brief. You've made your point. You won. I lost everything. Can we talk? I agreed, not for closure, not for forgiveness, but for the final conversation that would put everything to rest. We met at a quiet park. Rachel was a shell of the woman I once knew, thinner, drained, her eyes hollow. I don't even recognize myself anymore, she admitted, her voice barely above a whisper. I met her gaze. That makes two of us. Tears welled in her eyes. I was a fool, she choked out. I destroyed the only person who ever truly loved me. I watched her for a long moment before rising to my feet. You didn't just destroy that person, Rachel. You buried him. With that, I turned and walked away. Rachel lost everything. Her career, her social standing, her future. Daniel fled, moving to another city to escape the wreckage. And me? I walked away with clarity, peace, and a brand new chapter ahead. She once laughed at me, convinced I was powerless. In the end, the real devastation came from her own hands. Because the best revenge isn't anger. It's not shouting. It's not confrontation, that it's silence. It's watching them destroy themselves, knowing you never had to lift a finger.